Shripad Rajam Sharanam Prapadye. Chapter 45 is of very great significance because it is relatable to all of us in the present Yuga. The divine command for Sri Hanumanta to incarnate on earth is explained in this chapter. After their lunch, Bhaskar Pandit continued his narration with Shankar Bhatt and others. Lord Shripad blessed many great men at Kashi. He also graced them with their desired yogic practices. He then addressed the gathering, I am going to incarnate as Narsimha and will seek sannyas at Kashi itself. In the coming century, householders who desire to learn Kriya Yoga will be taught by a great Kriya Yogi, Shamacharan. He will be born in Kashi as per my command. Brahmagyani Hanumanta will also learn Kriya Yoga from Shamacharan as per my instruction. For all of us, as an extra information, Sri Shamacharan Lahiri was a great Kriya Yogi. One should definitely read his biography. Continuing further, Lord Shripad went to Nepal by Yoga Marga with Rishi Vrinda. On a huge mountain there was Hanumant in deep meditation of the holy name of Ram. Lord Shripad gave him a divine vision of Shri Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan all together. He said to Hanumanta, Hey Hanumanta, the chanting of the divine name of Rama, which has the potency of fire in it, is done at least 1 crore times by you. Even Chitragupt could not keep an account of it. So you have become Chiranjeev, that is one who has no death. You have transcended time. Even Chitragupt cannot comprehend how many lakhs of years will your lifespan be. You must incarnate in Kali Yuga and become respected by all due to your conquest over all sense organs. To this Hanuman said, Lord, Ram Bij, which is a seed sown as Rama, is full of fire potency. Physically I am a part of you, but in my soul I am nothing but your form. You command me as to what form I should incarnate. That you will be born in the Bharadwaj Gotra is known to me. We both belong to the same Gotra, that is lineage, so in a way I am your son. Lord Shripad then said, you must incarnate as a devotee of Rama with an element of Shiva in you. Al means Shakti and Ah means one who possesses the Shakti or power. So Allah means form of Shiva and Shakti. All this time you have served me as Sitapati, that is Lord Rama. Now the Islamic people should accept you as their own. Hence, worship me as Allah, which is a form of Shiva and Shakti. Hanumanta, now leave this intellectual conscious form. You are a part of me. You are very intelligent and all my powers are yours too. In the incarnation as Sri Narasimha Saraswati, I will be sitting silent in deep meditation or samadhi for 300 years in Kardali Vana, which is near Sri Shailyam. Then at Prajnapur, presently Akkalkot, I will be renowned as Swami Samartha. Then I will merge into you as Sai. Hanumant humbly said, Lord, I am your servant. Allah Malik hai. Saying so, that Allah is a supreme master, I will incarnate. If you and I merge, the Advait or the oneness in us will be proved for this. Please grant me the oneness which Sri Datta Guru as a prasad or a sacred food. Lord Shripad then called Kalapurush and said, Hey Kalapurusha, this Hanumant is eternal. I have given him unity with me as his prasad. From today he will be addressed as Sainath. We shall celebrate Datta Jayanti today. The conscious energy of Hanuman then manifested as the form of Lord Dattatreya. Anusuya Mata gave birth to the three-headed form of Dattatreya. Very soon the form disappeared and a small child appeared in her lap. She fed her milk to the newborn child. After some time, Hanuman's form was seen along with Sri Rama. Hanuman said, I will try to invoke the good principles in both the Islamic and Sanatan religion. Won't the Islamic religion also be headed by a religious teacher or a guru? To this Lord Shripad answered, the great scholar Mehbooba Subhani merged in me and will incarnate as Warif Alif. He will be your guru and teach you the secrets of yoga. Shamacharan will teach you Kriya Yoga. You will be greatly benefited by him. Lord Shripad continued, later a great Vaishnava, that is a Vishnu devotee named Gopal Rao, will be your guru. He will be a devotee of Venkateshwara and so will be known as Venkanna. After his exit from the world, keep his ashes in a mud vessel buried in the earth. I will instruct you when you should open that pot. You will then get an idol of Lord Venkatesha. You must worship that idol. Hanumant then said to Sita, Mother, you had very affectionately given me a manik, a precious stone necklace. I first broke that necklace and then each precious stone of that necklace to search for my beloved Rama in each, but I could not find him. So I threw away that necklace. I asked for pardon from you for this act. Lord Shripad said, that necklace is a form of Dattatreya. With the light of my inner being, I poured life into it and kept it safe. The necklace was glowing with radiance with the form of Guru who was later known as Manik Prabhu as declared by Lord Shripad. Lord Shripad's maternal uncle Venkatavadhani would teach Vedas to students at Pithikapur. Near that place was a coconut tree. Once a monkey drawn by the chorus chanting of the Vedas came there. A large coconut just then fell down. Lord Shripad offered it as prasad to the monkey and said, don't ask for one more coconut. Actually, who was that monkey? Why did Lord Shripad give it a coconut? Why did he say do not ask for one more coconut? How did that coconut fall down effortlessly? And for whom? These questions are really difficult to be answered. That is why Lord Shripad's miracles are unique and extraordinary. Lord Shripad went to Sanjivani, that is the life-granting mountain on the Dronagiri. He blessed great yogis there. From there, he went to the village where Kalki Prabhu would incarnate or be born. In that Shambhal village, he consumed water from a crystalline mountain. One who consumes this water never ages. This is the significance of this water. That is why Lord Shripad looked like a young boy of 16 years of age. After this, Lord Shripad came to Gokarna Mahabaleshwar and stayed there for 3 years. His miracles there were extraordinary. He then left for Sri Shailya where Bapanacharya had performed a great yajna. The fruits of this yajna was that the sun's energy had merged with the Shivling at Mallikarjun. This energy transformation was the chief reason for incarnation of Lord Shripad. Using his yogic powers, Lord Shripad then travelled into the galaxy. He returned to Sri Shailya after travelling to Dhruva Nakshatra, Saptarishi, which is a great Orion constellation, and Adra Nakshatra. At Sri Shailya, he called all the great sages, rishis and munis and taught them a new Mahayoga, Siddha Yoga. He then left for Kurugaddi from Sri Shailya. Chapter 45 comes to an end. The reader as well as the listener will have an overall progress in his life. May Lord Shripad bless us all. Shripad Rajam Sharanam Prapadhe.